Can home educated kids take their GCSEs? And the short simple answer is yes, they absolutely can. So I think the first thing is very important to understand that anyone can access GCSEs at any age, at any time as well. There is no law saying you have to be in school to access them and you have to be 15, 16 years old to also do them. So to put it short, there are options for basically every type of learner, and I think it's important to remember that access to these qualifications are not stopped just because you don't attend school. I also think it's quite ironic when especially adults seem to think that home educated kids are at a disadvantage, because surely you should be educated enough to know GCSEs aren't gatekept by schools. So one of the biggest advantages that home education does have when it comes to something like GCSEs is it's completely flexible. So that does mean a child, if they're ready to and they want to, can take one GCSE when they're like 13 years old or younger, and they can focus on that one subject for that whole year before the exam and prepare for it. And then the next year they can take 2 or 3 or 1 again, and then the next year they can take a couple more, and as long as they're registered at an exam centre and the exam board is offering the subject that they want, then it should be okay. So yeah, I think it's just with the school system, a lot of us have just been conditioned to think the only way to do GCSEs is in school, and you can't seem to access them outside of school, and especially at a different age. And also in the news recently, there's been a few 10 or 11-year-olds who have just done some GCSEs and got very high grades in them. So again, most people seem to think GCSEs only belongs in high school, but if a child is ready and can do them and wants to do them as well, there is no law and there's nothing stopping them from doing it at all. And yeah, I just think it's super important to remember, if you think home ed kids can't access GCSEs, then you are also admitting that anyone who doesn't go to school for whatever reason, and any kids who may have disabilities or chronic illnesses, anything like that that may stop them from being able to go to school, then you are basically saying that they don't have access to qualifications as well, and it becomes quite ableist as well. Now, because you do pay out of pocket for these exams, I know for a fact a lot of people are going to be like, well, that's a disadvantage here, who wants to pay for them? But I think what people don't realise is with home education is parents tend to be very, very intentional and purposeful with their child's education. By default, most schools and pupils will be taking 8 to 10 GCSEs because they're told to do that. Now, because in home education the exams aren't handed out by default, so that does mean every GCSE is chosen because it matters and not because of a school's timetable. And that's the key thing with home education. All of it, a lot of it, is with intention, and it's something that the school system can't provide, which parents can. So next time someone says home ed kids can't do GCSEs, just remember the one thing that they can't do is be forced into a one-size-fits-all education.